Welcome to HBCU 101.
I had all them no's, but I got that one I didn't give up.
Salmon's in the building.
Drum major for Morehouse's House of Funk.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to HBCU 101. I am your host, Jaleel Thurman. HBCU 101 is a show that will take all over the nation, giving the ins and outs of HBCUs, a little taste of the HBCU flavor. On today's episode, you guys are in for a show. We have an HBCU queen joining us, but before we dive into that, let's check out our HBCU news and see what's buzzing in our community.
All right, thank you, Jaleel. School is out, but Tennessee State University students, they have something very special to look forward to in January when the spring semester starts. The Reverend Al Sharpton, he's going to be a distinguished guest lecturer at TSU for the semester. Now, Sharpton is a community leader. We all know that. He's a politician, a minister. He serves as the host of Politics Nation on MSNBC, as well as his daily radio show, Keeping It Real with the Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm a big fan of that. Here's what he had to say in part. The course I teach will examine political science and social justice from the lens of recent cases, many of which I have directly worked on as a civil rights leader. He goes on to say, as a young teenage civil rights activist, I dreamt that I'd someday attend an HBCU, and as fate would have it, I'm doing so as a distinguished lecturer. How about that? Keeping it real with the Reverend Al Sharpton this semester at Tennessee State University. All right, Jaleel Thurman, back to you. But first, let's turn on the lights around here, man.
Those that go to her college know her for leading the pack with a variety of health initiatives. However, many now know her for being the face of the HBCU Queen community. HBCU 101 would like to welcome Miss Talladega College and the 35th Miss National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame, Miss Patria Gatson. Patria, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm great. Oh my gosh, I'm so great.
That's good to hear. Now, Patria, it's HBCU 101. We're talking HBCUs, and I want to say you're my first student that we've ever talked to on a show, and I'm excited, so I hope you're excited. And let's dive right into it. Let's talk HBCUs. You're from Birmingham, Alabama. There's a variety of HBCUs in the state of Alabama. Why did you choose to go about an hour away to Talladega College?
Well, I decided to go to Talladega College, my proud old Talladega College, because it is the first HBCU in the state of Alabama, and I thought that was so cool. It takes out of the ordinary people to start something up in general. Definitely in the Black community, if that's the Black Lives Matter movement or even the civil rights movement, it takes special people to speak up and go against social norms. And just going to an HBCU, that was the first in Alabama, was so impactful to me, and it inspired me to do more. So that's one of my reasons of why I decided to make Talladega College my home. It's rich culture and history. This is the main reason.
Okay. Now let's talk about the first day you got to campus. You're talking about the rich culture, the rich history. Did you feel that when you first got to Talladega College?
When I stepped foot on Talladega College soil, I felt that I was home. I just knew this is where I belong. And even though I was a freshly graduated high school student and I was a little shaky, I just felt more secure. I felt so secure here. And I remember going into the gymnasium and getting registered for my classes and being scared and nervous and being greeted by the first Miss Talladega College Miss Talladega College 2017, 2018. And I remember how she welcomed me and just was like, well, girl, I'm here if you need me. And that inspired me. And that really what made me feel home. It was an amazing experience when I first came here. Awesome first day.
And that's what's important, because when you leave home to go to college, whether it's near or far, it is really important to feel at home because that's what makes the experience. Now, over the course of your time at Talladega, what has your experience been like? If you could give us a summary of your experience, what has it been like?
It has been extraordinary.
Okay.
I came here and I flourished. I flourished beyond belief. Just coming from somewhere like my high school and not being able to be heard or had the fair opportunity to be heard, and coming to an HBCU where we are appreciated and embraced for simply being Black was just an incredible experience. And honestly, my whole experience here has been nothing but positive and uplifting. My HBCU has sheltered me and uplifted me as a Black woman, and also guided me on my journey to becoming a doctor, because I'm aspiring to be a doctor. So it gave me all my resources that I needed, and it served as my soil. I was just that seed that just needed some place to flourish, and Talladega College did that for me. I've been broadcasted here more than I thought I would be, and that's what HBCU. That's what HBCU does. They broadcast your strengths. So.
Yeah, they do. And that's really nice to hear. You know, when you have an HBCU that really believes in you, that wants to showcase your talents, that want to make you a shining star and make you really bright, that's what makes someone feel like they want to give back to their HBCU once they graduate. And what I'm hearing from you is that that's what being a tornado is like for you, is that your university, your school is giving and pouring into you so that way you can even be even greater at what you do. Now, real quick, what is it that you're actually studying?
I am a biology pre-med major, and I'm a double minor in psychology and sociology.
Okay.
I'm aspiring to be an OBGYN. Okay. I'm applying to medical schools. Next semester, I'm taking a gap year so I can gather my finances and make sure that I'm prepared for the MCAT and make sure that I'm prepared to go to medical school. So. Yeah.
Okay. And from what it sounds like, Talladega College is helping to really prepare you for that life post undergrad.
Right.
You did mention flourishing. You did mention, you know, you were greeted by the 2017 Miss Talladega College, and now you hold the title, the crown as Miss Talladega College. I actually want to talk a little bit more about that, but we'll do that after the break. It's HBCU 101. It's Patria. It's Jalil. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
HBCU 101. Welcome back to HBCU 101.
Welcome back to HBCU 101. I am your host, Jalil Thurman, and I have the pleasure of being joined by such royalty. Miss Talladega College and Miss NBCA Hall of Fame is here with me today, Miss Patria Gatson. Patria, before we continue talking about your reign, we have to do HBCU trivia, okay? All right. What university, what miss of her university held the title of the first Miss NBCA Hall of Fame? Is it Miss Spelman College, Miss Virginia State University, Miss Chicago State University, or Miss Hampton University?
Miss Chicago State.
You said that with such confidence, but you are right. You are right. It is okay. Miss Chicago State University. It has to be an unofficial HBCU. All right, let's get back to your reign. You're Miss Talladega College. You know, when you first got to campus, when you first got on the yard, you had such an experience from a former Miss Talladega College that really warmed you, gave you a warm welcome, and made you feel a part of the Tornado family. Why did you decide to run for Miss Talladega College?
I was inspired not only by my HBCU, my great experience here, but for the wonderful women in my life. They have really inspired me to run and to become a queen. When I first came to Talladega College, I was greeted by the first, 2017, Katira Fenderson, Miss Talladega College, and I was just so welcome. And I wanted to be just like that. I was inspired from how she behaved, how she walked, and also with the other Miss Talladega colleges that I've witnessed from being here my 4 years. And they were just so poised and classy. And I saw a little piece of myself within them, and I could see myself being like that as well. So it inspired me to run, as well as my mother. My mother said, why not? You have nothing to lose. Give it your all. These are the moments that you will remember for the rest of your life. Your college experience is one in a lifetime. So I seized my moment.
To be able to hold such a title, I know means a lot to you. Now, what is your platform? What is it that you ran on to be Miss Talladega College?
I ran on mental health.
Okay.
My slogan was aspire to inspire.
Okay.
The reason why I use that slogan is because I believe that your mind comes before the matter. Mental health is very essential in the Black community, and not only in the Black community, but in human being alive in general. It's important that we have our mind in the right place before we even consider doing the right action. So I wanted to touch people on a more intellectual level and move them spiritually, mentally, emotionally to go out and do what they believe that they could and lead by example and be a beacon for everyone else that felt like, oh, okay, if she's doing it, I can do it too. So just speaking life into people, simply just moving people spiritually to move physically.
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, it's really important to be a beacon of light. It's to give people guidance, to give them a way of life that they can see, to inspire them. Like you said, mental health is huge, and it's not a conversation that's had enough within our Black and brown communities, let alone our HBCUs. So I want to commend you for taking such a way of really pushing that, because that's huge in our community. So I want to say thank you for that. You've had the opportunity to run for the 35th Miss NBCA Hall of Fame, and you won. But I don't want to talk about that right now. We'll talk about it after break. It's HBCU 101. It's Jalil. It's Patria. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's time for Did You Know, brought to you by HBCU Pride Nation. Did you know that Alabama and North Carolina both have the most HBCUs? Alabama with 14, North Carolina with 11.
HBCU 101. Welcome back to HBCU 101.
Welcome back to HBCU 101. I have Miss Talladega College, Miss NBCA Hall of Fame, Patria Gatson here, and of course I'm your host, Jalil Thurman. Patria, you have recently become the 35th Miss NBCA Hall of Fame. What does it mean to you, and what do you plan to do with the crown?
When I first discovered that I was Miss NBCA Hall of Fame, I was elated. I was so excited. Words cannot explain how ecstatic I was. I was jumping, very excited. I thank God for everything that He has given to me. I was very humble as well, because when you come from losing and then doing great things in life, it makes you very humble. And I was thankful, and I definitely thanked my support system, as well as alumni and those who continues to cheer me on. So I was very humble, and it was the push that I needed to believe that I was worthy. And I was just ecstatic, honestly. It means so much to me. I'm very humbled by getting this, because it's not given.
Yeah.
It's definitely earned. And I know all the queens have worked so hard, and I respect that so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It truly is amazing.
Yeah.
And what I plan to do with this crown is to bring a more creative approach. During this pandemic, there's a lot of changes in society now. So doing whatever I have to do as the queen that is most fit, I will do so. Yes, it's being flexible. So whatever I have to do to fit, I will do whatever I have to do.
Okay. I like to hear that because flexibility, adaptation, all of that is important when you hold such high positions because you have to be willing to take a step back, review, advise, and be able to move forward. So I'm really happy, really happy to hear that. Now, Talladega College, you've had such an amazing experience. You've already told us that, after college, you're going to go into medical school and you're going to really dive into that. And I want to wish you nothing but luck into that. But for the students watching, for the parents watching, why should they choose Talladega College to be either their home or the home for their son or daughter?
Talladega College. Why you should bring your child to Talladega College is because it's reassurance for your child. Taking your child to an HBCU in general will uplift, do nothing but enhance you. It will do nothing but enhance you. And coming here to Talladega College, my illustrious HBCU, the Alpha Lord Vega of them all, has done so much for me, so much. And I am so grateful, eternally grateful, forever indebted to my HBCU because it has definitely broadcasted my strengths and which inspired me to run for Miss TC. I wanted to broadcast the students' strengths because my school has done that so much for me. I'm so involved on campus, so very involved. I'm in over 10 clubs and organizations, and it's still climbing. I'm a senior. I'm a 21-year-old senior, and it's still increasing. My resume has been built, and that has initially prepared me for my future for medical school. My HBCU is small.
Okay.
But I truly believe that the school does not make you. You make the school. And we are the ingredients of what makes a great HBCU. And I know if any parent decides to bring their child to Talladega College, proud old Talladega College, that their child will be a great ingredient to our school, a great ingredient. So that's why I would say go to an HBCU, go to Talladega, because we're going to make you feel like you're home. And there's people here, genuinely here to help you and uplift you. And that's all they have been doing for me. And a lot of other students here. Okay. There's a lot of first-time generation students here. And they've had a great experience. And I can speak on behalf of that.
Okay. I love that pride. You have not only HBCU pride, but you have a tornado pride in you. And that's what I love. And you get that at HBCUs. You get that. You get students that love their schools. I have Trojan pride. I bleed orange and blue. So I really understand how you feel. But now I want to throw a little twist in there. It's time to play I Got 5 on It. Now, I Got 5 on It is a game and where you choose who or what or this or that you have 5 on. Okay? All right, because you're on campus, we're gonna talk the HBCU experience. And if you had to choose one to keep, which one you choose to keep and why? You don't have to explain why. Just tell us which one you got 5 on. Okay. Greeks or the band? Who do you have 5 on? Which one you keep?
It's tough. I would say Greeks.
Got you. The Greek experience is different. It gets crazy. Okay, next. Would you rather have the yard, a popping yard, or a popping student union?
Student union.
Okay. Oh, that was easy. Yeah. Got you. Now, before we let you go, first and foremost, I want to say thank you. I want to say congratulations on not only being Miss Talladega College, but of course, the 35th Miss NBCA Hall of Fame. And I want to wish you nothing but greatness in your endeavors. But before we let you go, please let the people know where they can find you and how they can keep up with you.
Okay, well, hello everyone. I am Patria. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my ad is PATRIA_224. That is my Instagram. If you want to follow me on Facebook, my name is Patria, PATRIA, Gatson, GATSON, and that is my Facebook. I'm not really heavy on social media, but you can definitely find me on those two platforms. And yes.
Got you. We look forward to seeing what you do next. All right. It's Jalil. It's Patria. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Here are your Wall Street 101s. December is HIV/AIDS Awareness Month. And here is a reminder to limit your number of sexual partners. The more partners you have, the more likely you are to have a partner with poorly controlled HIV or to have a partner with a sexually transmitted disease. Both of these factors can increase the risk of HIV transmission.
HBCU 101. Welcome back to HBCU 101.
It's time now for the Wear Brims Spotlight. Taking a look this week at Najee Saunders, aka Chef Remix. Chef Remix began his cooking journey while attending Virginia State University. His idea of food is remixing, remaking, and remastering. He is now the owner of the Chop Shop Food Truck, which is a food truck based out of Brooklyn, New York. Serving up Caribbean and Cajun flavors is Chef Remix. If you know someone who should be in the Wear Brims Spotlight, reach out to us at info@hbcu101.com.
And that's it for today's episode of HBCU 101. I want to send a special thank you and shout out to Miss Talladega College herself, Miss Patria Gatson, for giving us the scoop on everything from Tornado Nation to her experience as Miss Talladega College, and of course, how it feels to be Miss National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame. For the entire crew, I am your host, Jalil Thurman, and I'll see you next week.